Okay, good morning. I'm funky. I like to dance. I can't dance, but I like to dance because it's an expression of joy for me. It's me saying I am here at this time, in this moment, and it doesn't get greater than me. But it's okay because you are me and I am you. Morning. Some of us didn't have coffee this morning. Morning. I'm a ball of energy. That's the first thing you'll notice about me. I love life. I'm feminine and I'm divine. And when I was looking at trying to understand, because like Lebo, by the way, another round of applause for Lebo. I thought she was amazing. Because like Lebo, I've been carrying nerves for about, I think from the time that Muzi told me. MuziCindiEvents is like a guru to me, a teacher. I learn from him every single day. He's resolute in his message of teaching me that I am that which I am. And that which I am is fine because it is what it is. Come on now. Come on. Hello. Where are the Americans? You can say, come on now. Okay, so I've also been carrying nerves, a lot of nerves, but I've been on the radio for 21 years and I know nerves are good. They're a sign that I don't take anything that I'm about to do for granted, but more than anything, they're a sign that I'm going to rock. So I'm going to rock you. That's a guarantee, okay? So I was thinking that 61 years ago, on the 9th of August, 1956, 20,000 women, when there was no internet, when probably the biggest mode of communication was a telegram. Do you still remember telegrams? Are there people who know telegrams here? Okay, I'm old school. There were telegrams. But the beauty of it is they got together beyond race, beyond creed, beyond gender, beyond, I'm sure there were some guys, beyond religious beliefs. And they got together to face a repressive system. A very repressive system, a system that was saying if somebody looked like me, they had to carry a pass that identifies them because according to the government of the day, they were less than. How dare they? And they had the courage to get together, some coming from the most remote parts of South Africa. For the American guests, South Africa doesn't look like this. You are in the most urban parts, the most progressive of the towns. But the large part of South Africa is really an urban space. Women till today, as I stand here, have very little resources. But they made it happen. Some of them came from there. 20,000 of them. To date, there's yet to be a march that was bigger, that has been bigger. 20,000 of them got together and stood up to a repressive system and they said, not in our name and hell no. We are not carrying those passes. And there came my answer. In my fear, that's divine for me. That was my understanding of what it means to be divine. So I went to Google, because they say Google's your friend. I don't know. Google says to me, divine means of God. Godly. And I thought of the divine feminine. And I think the story of women is about divinity because we are life. We give life. We are nurturers. We are drivers of change. We are powerful. Sorry, we are crazy powerful. Okay? We are, thank you. We are so powerful, but we're scared to be powerful. Our deepest fear, say it with me, is not that we're inadequate, but we're powerful beyond measure. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, morning. Coffee on the left. We are powerful. Marianne Williamson taught me that we are powerful beyond what we can imagine, but we live in fear. In a country like South Africa, some of us live in the darkest and the most poverty-stricken spaces. So, in the fear that I've been carrying, I decided not to go to the Bible. Sorry to disappoint the religious ones. I went to Picasso. And Picasso taught me that the purpose of my life is to find my gift, and the meaning of my life is to share my gift. The purpose of my life is to find my gift, but the meaning of my life comes with sharing my gift. My gift is to speak. You didn't hear me. My gift, my divine feminine gift, as given to me by God, is to speak and inspire light in others. That's why I was placed here on earth. It took me a long time to figure it out, because a lot of people tend to think that when you go on radio, all you're good at is playing like, don't you worry about a thing. And it's nice, and you sit there for 3 hours. But at the heart of it is you have 3 hours every single day to change at least a single soul. I never think of masses when I open the microphone in the studio. I think of the power of touching one. Even now, I'm okay if nobody gets it, but one person at least has to get it. I hope there's one who's coming along this journey with me. I need just one. And I say now as I start, as above, so below, as to my left, so to my right. I wish us light in this moment, at this time, that we absorb, that we learn, but beyond anything, that in everything that we learn, we go out and we teach. Good morning. Coffee needed in the room? Gifts are sprinkles of our uniqueness. There's power in every single one of us. I'm South African. I woke up a bit upset because of a little situation that happened yesterday. You know, that one. I sat on my TV too. I was counting with my fingers. 178, 99, what? Divide by... Eish. Damn it, man. But then I remembered. And that's why I started my talk with... I don't know what I did with my phone. With the Stevie Wonder song, Don't You Worry About a Thing. There's a guy who was famous not so long ago for things that a lot of people don't want to be famous for. But he said something to us, and we laugh about it. He said he's got that thing. You're laughing. And so I took the Stevie Wonder song and I read the lyrics of the song, and it goes, everybody's got a thing, but some don't know how to handle it. Always reaching out in vain, accepting the things that are not worth having. But don't you worry about a thing, because I will be standing by the moment you check it out. Did you check it out? La bora, man. You need to check it out, because my message for you today is every single one of us, those of us that are rich, those of us that are poor, those of us that are male, those of us that are female, those of us that are ANC, those of us that are not ANC, have the thing. And our actual purpose on earth is to bring that thing to light so that we beam that thing to the world. And the only way we can get access to the thing is through stillness. You have to hear yourself. God doesn't talk too much like me. You know, He speaks to me. He speaks to you. His message is always resolute, at least to me. It's either one line, one word, one sentence, but it's not a lot of things. But I know when the message comes through to me. The last time I spoke at a gathering like this was in 2014. MuziCindiEvents had invited me, and I just lost my mother. And I was in the deepest part of mourning. I spoke, and I think I spoke pretty well, but I walked away and I faced depression. A deep depression that I cannot explain to you. Being a parent means that sometimes you have to pretend. I'd be okay in front of my kids. Everything's great. Are you okay, boy? We need to get to school. I'd take my son to school and I'd come back home and I'd draw the curtains. And a month went by. And another month went by. And another month went by, and things started falling apart around me. I'd gone to the top of my game in my career. Everything that was great had supposedly happened on the outside. But I just turned 42, and I kept asking myself, what am I here for? Because contrary to popular belief, fame has meant nothing to me. Fame has meant nothing to me. It's meant nothing to me. Touching one person at a time has been my core purpose. So I took up running. I went to Google, and I said to Google, what's the best way to ward off depression without sitting on a chair and talking to some white person? And Google came, I swear, what's the best way to ward off depression without sitting on a chair and talking to some white person? I'm black. Where I come from, they're like, you want to go and talk to somebody and sit on a chair and pay them money to listen to you. Come on now. So Google comes up with a page of things. I swear. One of them is running. And I ran. I said to Google, teach me how to run. It gave me an 8-week program. And I literally moved from my chair with the intention of just not feeling so depressed anymore. Because according to some people, I'd done some great things, but I'd faced this loss that I couldn't pull myself out of. I kept on thinking so many things were unsaid between me and my mother. Because my mother, she had the cancer, but because she was this optimistic person, she hid it from us. We had, my sister and I, all of about 2 days to hear the diagnosis then to hear she passed away. So it was all of those things. So I went on the road. I ran again, and I ran, and I found some sanity. I realized I also had started dropping some pounds, but that was never the intention. And it reminded me also of the power of intention. In anything that we do in our lives, we must remember the reason why we do it. We must stop comparing ourselves to others. We must stop competing with others. We must listen to the voices inside of us that tells us the true reason for existence. The thing, Saudi people. Everybody's got a thing, but some don't know how to handle it. And in my running, I found myself. And one day, I was running 11 kilometers. Yes, I can run a whole 22 Ks, contrary to popular belief, without stopping, without taking air. Well, I do take some air. A voice came to me, and it said, in the midst of everything that you've done, you've been brought here to teach. One sentence. I went home and I drank a lot of water. I wanted to doubt it. I wanted to question it. And I realized that actually I'd been asking questions, and God speaks only if you dare to listen. And my thing, sorry, the Americans, there's a guy who made popular a phrase. He was a CEO. He wasn't particularly qualified to be a CEO, but how he convinced South Africans that he was a good CEO, he kept on saying, I've got that thing. I don't know how to explain it. I've got that thing. And Stevie teaches us, everybody's got that thing. Morning. Ngisho nina lapha emuva. Ni right. So my message to you today is find your thing. Find your divine feminine. They say it's godly. I don't care who you call your God. It's your thing. Hang out with your thing. If it makes you happy to go, Allah, whatever your thing, harness it. But be cognizant of the fact that my thing is different to yours. And in my thing, I don't validate your thing. And to the one that matters most, and it's up to you what you choose to call him, our things are equal the moment we bring them to life. Morning. Revive your light. Some find it at 19. I found it at 42. But it gets found, the divine, the light. Revive your light because it exists in every single one of us, irrespective of the circumstances that we come from, irrespective of the background, in a country like ours of disparity, irrespective of the amount of money you may or may not have, irrespective of the power you carry in the boardroom, irrespective of whether you're married or not married. We're people too, Lebo. Those of us that are not married, we've got that thing. Do you mind? My measure of existence is not only because I'm married or I'm not married. It's because I am light. I am that which is, and that is magnificent. But my thing is not smaller than your thing. I am you. You are me. You are me. And I am you. And for that I'm grateful. I'm enormously grateful. As you sit in this room, some of you are called Dr. So-and-so. We live in a very class-filled society in South Africa. The politicians, there's a hierarchy. The politicians are the most important. In fact, had Muzi been told a politician was coming, there would be a moment where we were all going to be told to stop everything that you're doing and rise. And then there's the other politicians, and then come other politicians. And in the midst of all of that, we've diminished our own light as citizens. We've said they are most important. And they say to us, we got you freedom. And I say, I've always had it. It's my thing. I don't care whether you're a doctor or you're a pastor. I don't mean to offend. I really don't. I don't care whether you're a teacher, whether you're a multimillionaire, whether you're a mom, whether you're poor, whether you're rich. I care that you find the purpose of existence and you beam your light into the world. Hugh Masekela said to me, when I said to him, I'm so depressed, I lost my mother. He says, okay, go take some time, cry a lot if you need to cry a lot. But when you're done crying, go and teach people why it is that you cried. I found my thing. I wish you your thing. And may it beam your light brightly into the world so that the day you go, they say, he was here with his thing. God bless you.